Hi, this is Dr. Pramila Kudva. Welcome to yet another episode of A Story for Your Query. I'm a teacher educator, and I have been a principal of a leading school in North Mumbai. I have trained more than 4,000 teachers on various techniques of teaching. Today, I shall be talking to you on grit and determination. Subscribe to the podcast if you like it. This podcast is all about how you deal with the ups and downs of life. Sheikh Ansar Ahmad cracked the IAS examination at the very first attempt. His father is a rickshaw driver. Arunima Sinha was the first female amputee to scale the Everest. She was a national level volleyball player who was thrown out of the train by the thieves who tried to grab her gold chain. She says her objective is to climb 6 peaks in 6 continents. Another real life example, a young schoolboy whose mother is a sole earning member of the family of 5. She earns 1,500 rupees by working in a public toilet at Churchgate. Every morning, he gets up at 5 o'clock with his mother, travels to Churchgate, goes to school, and the only meal he gets in a day is at 10:40 a.m. when Ratnanidhi Foundation gives him the midday meal at school. He sleeps on the footpath after school while his mother works, studies under the night lamp, and he wants to join the police force when he grows up. What do these people have in common? What they have is grit and perseverance to fight the odds and succeed. What is grit? According to Angela Duckworth, the psychologist and researcher who coined the term, grit is passion and perseverance for long-term goals and meaningful goals. Grit is also perseverance, which means it can be referred to, I would call it stick-to-itiveness. It continues to help you to work, whether you're experiencing difficulty or failure. Without grit, talent may be nothing more than just unmet potential. In other words, grit means being mentally tough. How do you develop this? Step 1, define what grit or mental toughness means to you. For you, it might be just going 1 month without missing a workout or delivering your work ahead of schedule for 2 days in a row. Whatever it is, just be clear about what it is that you're going after. Build grit with small physical wins. Often we think about grit, about how we respond to extreme situations. But what about everyday circumstances? Mental toughness is like a muscle. It needs to be worked at to grow and to develop. If you can do 10 rounds, don't stop with 9. Choose to create when it is easier to consume. Choose to ask that extra question when it is easier to accept. Prove to yourself in 1,000 tiny ways that you have the guts to get in the ring and to do what you battle and to battle with life. Build strong habits and stop depending on external motivation. Grit is about getting that incredible dose of inspiration or courage. It's about building the daily habits that allow you to stick to a schedule and overcome challenges and distractions over and over again. Mentally tough people don't have to be more courageous. They just have to be more consistent. Grit comes down to your habits. It's about doing the things that you know you're supposed to do on a more consistent basis. A few examples of grit. Mentally tough athletes are more consistent than others. They don't miss on the workouts, nor do they miss on their assignments. Mentally tough leaders are also more consistent than their peers. They have a clear goal and they work towards it each day. They make a habit of building up the people around them, not just once, but over and over and over again. Mentally tough artists, writers, and employees deliver on a more consistent basis than most. A few books on mental toughness and grit that you may like to read. First, Grit by Angela Duckworth. Second, Mindset by Carol Dweck. Third, How Children Succeed by Paul Tough. It's been said that grit is living life like a marathon and not a sprint. There are 5 characteristics of people with grit. First is courage. Courage is not being physically brave. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. In the movie Dangal, the movie from Bollywood, Amir Khan says very clearly, to get into the dangal, one needs to get over the fear. Aaj meri beti haar se jeet gayi. So the qualities of courageous people include patience and the ability to believe the unbelievable and the guts to say no. They are afraid of taking unpopular stand. They are not afraid of taking unpopular stand and not asking for help. Second, consciousness. Conscientious people are efficient and organized. Generally, they have a strong moral principle and values. They also tend to be perfectionists. They like the appearance of orderliness and tidiness and are good organizers. Perseverance. As I already said, it can be referred to as stick-to-itiveness. In other words, not giving up. Essentially, to persevere means to start and continue steadfastly on the path towards any goal that you've set for yourself. Resilience. Resilience. Resilience is nothing but toughness, the ability to get up and start moving ahead, no matter what the problem is. Resilient people tend to have a strong moral compass and set of beliefs that cannot be shattered. They cultivate self-awareness and practice mindfulness. They surrender themselves to the life's ups and downs and adjust their attitudes and goals according to the size of the wave that they are currently riding. The last characteristics is passion. Passion creates excellence when mediocrity does not work. Passionate people have a deep sense of purpose and are often selfless in their actions. They take responsibility for their lives and are not afraid to ask for support. Passionate people recognize when they're in the driver's seat and they travel on their journey of life. This brings to mind a story from Mahabharata. Karna asked Lord Krishna, "My mother left me the moment I was born. Is it my fault that I was born an illegitimate child? I did not get education from Dronacharya because I was considered not a Kshatriya. Parishuram taught me, but then gave me a curse to forget everything when he came to know that I was the son of Kunti belonging to the Kshatriya clan. A cow was accidentally hit by my arrow and the owner cursed me for no fault of mine. I was disgraced at Draupadi's Sayamar. Even Kunti finally told me the truth, only to save her 5 sons. Whatever it was, I am what I am today because of Duryodhana's charity. So how am I wrong in taking his side?" Lord Krishna replies, "Karna, I was born in a jail. Death was waiting for me even before my birth. The night I was born, I was separated from my birth, from my parents. From childhood, you grew up listening to the noise of swords, chariots, horses, bows and arrows. I only got to hear about the cows, the mooing of the cows, saw dung, multiple attempts on my life was made even before I could walk. No army, no education. I could hear people saying that I am the reason for their problems. When all of you were being appreciated for your valor by the teachers, I had not even started my education. I joined the Gurukul of Rishi Sandipani only at the age of 16. I had to move my whole community from the banks of River Yamuna to far off seashore to save from Jarasandh. I was called a coward for running away. If Duryodhana wins the war, you will get credit. What do I get if Dharmaraja wins the war? only blame for war. Remember one thing, Karna, everybody has challenges in life. Life is not fair and easy on anybody. But what is right is known to your mind. In other words, dharma is known by the conscience. No matter how much of unfairness we got, how many times we were disgraced, how many times we failed, what is important is how you reacted at that time. Let life's unfairness not give you the license to walk the wrong path. Always remember, life may be tough at few points, but destiny is not created by the shoes that you wear, but the steps that you walk. This brings us to the end of the podcast. Subscribe to it if you like it. Send in a mail to your query, mystory@gmail.com. I shall see you in a fortnight. Take care. Till then, bye.